Hey, what's up, brothers and sisters? This is the Reluctant Nabi back again. All right, and this is going to go out, and I'm gonna put this in a thing because I want the union to look at this. All right, and basically in the description box, you'll see this link here, and this is to a video. All right, now the video is on one of my trips to Brazil. Hold on for a second. It's about one of my trips to Brazil where I was taking things there to give to an NGO. And y'all know the NGO that I support. All right. I will say this. All videos that I have put up, that the primary content of the video was what I have given, or the channel helps me give to children, and the children having fun, you know, just to show what's going on, the history of other places, what people are doing to resolve certain issues. All of those videos have been blocked, and well, they've been blocked. They've been shadow banned. If you search for my channel, you can see it. But they made sure you would have to search diligently in order to see videos on my channel. A lot of my subscribers have to search for my channel. All right. Now, here is the question. Is YouTube practicing or allowing covert racism against Afro men such as myself, and outright sexism against any man, or just men in general? All right, now they'll allow some up, but the men that they're attacking are the ones that are critical of the system because they're looking at the damage that's being done to the communities. Well, how would these particular men know that there is damage being done to the communities? Well, they would know because we actually live in the community, unlike the people at Google and YouTube that are making these decisions to ban what we are actually seeing with our own eyes, what we're seeing on Facebook, what we're seeing everywhere. We are not allowed to be critical of it. All right? And even when we're saying that the best thing to do is for good men to just leave everything alone and go somewhere else, YouTube is saying that the advertisers, one, don't like Afro men, two, only like us if we're carrying their water, but not the critical ones. And even though there's no cursing or violence, no advocation of violence, none of the nudity and all of the stuff on my channel, it still gets banned. While on other channels, if you are a black female, and I know this is because I screenshot it, I can't put it up because the thing that this woman was wearing, first of all, she had an advertisement for Adam and Eve. Come to find out, that is an adult store. All right. Plus, she was being monetized by Google. So a female who has a sponsor that's an adult store was also being monetized and not blocked, even though she was wearing net lingerie that was see-through where you could see everything. You can't have if you are an Afro man talking about we need to go to other countries to find women that will love us. All right. If you say go somewhere else to find love, that is going to be blocked and considered unsuitable for YouTube's advertisement. There is a problem with this, and I would like for the YouTubers Union to address this. All right? Because it is my belief, based on the evidence of what I am seeing, that YouTube is either practicing or allowing outright racism or at least covert racism and sexism against men. All right? So let's look at all these exhibits. All right? We got a thing that was pushed with the Me Too. And one of the things that I did as far as my research is that I decided how bad this Me Too thing was. And what I mean by how bad this Me Too thing was, I wanted to know the level of truth. Well, there was no level of truth. It's women using their words and telling people that just because they say it, it should be counted as true. No evidence should be needed, and they're using it to actually destroy the community and civility and men so that they could take their positions, or if they have an odd against the man for any reason, they're using it to destroy everything so that it is very difficult for a man to earn an honest living in the United States. And who's promoting this? YouTube and Google. Who is allowing them to summarily take down other men's channel even when men don't violate policy? YouTube. Okay, so YouTube got slick and they said, well, let's find a way to not only take away views, but we're going to take away subscribers of men that are critical of what's going on in the United States. All right. And we're going to take away the money, especially those that are helping other people. Say like myself. And one of the things that I notice is anytime a video starts to take off within the first couple of hours, it is blocked. From, yes, even my subscribers. It's like the first hour, the video gets 100 to 200 views, then all of a sudden it goes down to 0, 1, 11. Now, for those of you that know that this is not normal. So there has to be either an overt or covert attack on my channel, specifically because I am an Afro man that is critical of what I am seeing going on in the country, but more so my community in which I live. So I didn't get a fancy house and move out of the community. I actually live in this community. I see what's happening to the children. I see what the women are doing. I see the men that they're choosing. All right, and then when I look at the data, and I was like, yep, the data supports what I see. But YouTube says that the advertisers the people that advertise on YouTube are against Afro men that are critical of a system that they see that is destroying their neighborhood, families, and the country. So we need to know who these advertisers are. So I would like to Mr. Jorg. He's the leader of the YouTuber Union. I've been a member for a while. He was one of the first videos I put up during that 2018 when he came out with this idea. All right? Because I am tired of all of this cloak and dagger. These YouTube can be honest and say that they're going to promote racism against Afro men who are critical of their community. And how do they promote it? They make it real easy for people to take down their videos or block the videos. All right. So not only is this video going on my YouTube channels, I'm putting it up on, and if any of you men are having the same problems I am, feel free to share this video. Feel free to share this video. Okay, so I got a lot of evidence and I got a lot of screenshots and I got a lot of commentary that I actually sent to YouTube in and of, and I never really get a response back or an answer back to something that is really, really simple. But this one takes the cake. This last one takes the cake. So I put this video up about brothers going to Colombia and other places because we need to get away. Regardless, we need to get away. We're not appreciated here. We're not desired because we're good dudes that work and take care of family responsibilities. Many of us don't, let's say, do trees and all of that. So we're not the ones that's going to be considered, right? Because we're not the bad boy, right? And we're saying, okay, cool. Let's get passports and let's leave. And so because we're critical of the community and say we need to get out because we're not appreciated, we're not desired, and we as Afro men that try to be good men, meaning good by handling responsibility, like strong that, like, if it comes down to a confrontation, we are able to use our hands, not weapons. We don't need to take a life. We can use our hands, right? Strong, meaning that we raise children. Strong, meaning that we stand for principle. Ooh, we're not allowed to do that according to YouTube and their advertisers. Okay? So, what I noticed is a lot of the Afro men that are critical to the community because we live there, our stuff is being shadow banned on YouTube. All right? And I would like for the YouTubers Union to address this. So this is going to go up on Facebook in the YouTubers Union. For those of you there that seemingly have this problem in your community, say if you're a Caucasian man that's critical of what's going on in your community, I can't speak to that. I don't live there. But you can, and you can speak to what Google is doing to you. I have an idea what Google is doing to straight Caucasian men, and I don't like that at all. Google and YouTube, right? So, so this is another problem. When I say we need to escape, all of a sudden it's a problem. All right, I sent them this message. I said, how is this video? And I'm gonna get to this. This is the video that I'm gonna put in the description box. How is this video about me, an Afro man in America, giving? And I'm talking about giving and moving not suitable. And when I say giving and moving, I'm talking about giving to people in Brazil. And perhaps encouraging brothers that we need to move out. And if we have the money, if we have the money, that there are a lot of people that have family values in the rest of the world. We don't have to be stuck in America. All right? And yes, it's okay to be a Trump supporter. Because apparently he's down for men's rights. All right. And I don't find that racist. Not in the least bit. Anything that happens, the left is going to blame on him. But they won't get blocked. If you're critical of that, though, if you're critical of CNN and all the rest of that stuff, yeah, your behind is going to be blocked by YouTube. All right. And I'm kind of tired of that. All right. So I got a not suitable for most advertisers confirmed by manual review. All right. So then I'm going to tell you, when you see the video, what you will see is my travels around Rio and the stuff that I have donated to the NGO. So somebody, they say they manually reviewed it. So this is why I said either they're engaged in prejudice against men or racism against Afro men. If they manually reviewed it, then that means somebody looked at the video, saw me giving, and saw that the most of the video was me talking to Samina and delivering some goods that would be good for the NGO. And they're saying that the advertisers would find it offensive, somebody giving to an NGO. That's now. That video used to not be offensive because I re-upped it, kind of updated it a little bit, right? All right. And so, so I wrote, is YouTube advertisers saying that Is YouTube saying that your advertisers would be offended by Afro men given to an NGO and moving from where he is not appreciated? There is no foul speech or obscene thumbnail. So why is YouTube showing racism towards my channel? And it's my whole channel. One of the things that I started to notice is if any video starts to take off, it is blocked. All right. Rarely does a video, I'm a person that has 3,000 subscribers, so YouTube is working steadily to take away the subscribers. So I had over 3,000 subscribers, all right, and slowly but surely, I start seeing YouTube, and it's not the subscribers leaving, because my subscribers are telling me that YouTube is unsubscribing them from my channel. All right, and I know this is because I get emails when every time somebody new subscribes. So every time someone new subscribes, YouTube take away a subscriber. If 2 people subscribe, YouTube take away 2 subscribers. And we know this is because they're complaining to me. All right. So these are the videos that are, this is the B film, are losing everywhere. So that's my channel. That's my title. So to say someone is losing everywhere and the good Afro men is looking abroad for love. All right. So I don't know. The advertisers are upset that the brothers are deciding to look elsewhere to find love because he can't find it in his own community in the United States. Why? Because the BFM is too poisonous towards him. The attitude is too bad. He don't want nobody that he wants to have to come back and come home and fight with. So we learn different languages. We learn Portuguese. We learn Spanish. And we look for a way out. And the first thing that Google says is, and YouTube is, you know what? We're going to block the money. So we're going to prevent that. Maybe they'll go away. This is a policy of YouTube. To block a channel, to take away their subscribers in the hope that it will discourage the people and make them go away. This is why more of us should be a part of that union. All right? Because we need to unionize against this. And I am so glad that Germany is suing them. And I got a lot of material for them. And so, Jorg, please search me out. Email me, because I got a lot of material on the hypocrisy of YouTube, blatant hypocrisy of YouTube, where I can show that they let a woman with a see-through gown where you can see her whole top through it, because it's netted, and it's lingerie, and this woman was sponsored by Adam and Eve, and nothing happened to her channel. As a matter of fact, it was promoted. And then people who are critical of the community, critical of politicians, critical of public figures, critical of the videos that we see on Facebook, those people, YouTube is blocking. All right. And they are allowing racism to take foot. But the racism isn't the Caucasians. That's the regular guys. No, it's the people running YouTube, whoever's running YouTube, and they're allowing it from the B film. They're allowing women to take down men's channel unrighteously because you're not allowed to be critical in the United States, because the only speech that you're allowed to really have a job at is one that is sanctioned by the left. All those people putting out the mess on the left, they're all getting paid to do it. Way more than the pennies that people like me would be making on Google and YouTube. And the reason why I'm kind of pissed off at this is All the money that I made on these channels, I've given away because really I can't really afford to do what I do and give to children and try to mend what is being broken by the BFEMs. Oh, so that's what they're trying to do. Stop us from actually doing work in our community. Stop our volunteerism. So YouTube and their advertisers are trying to stop the volunteerism of Afro people by not allowing them to be critical of what they're trying to fix. Again, if you notice that most of the stuff that they block is political in nature, it's being critical of the community. It's also being critical of YouTube. Critical of people running for office. Critical of public people running for office when all their stuff is supposed to be open because they're running for the office of senator, Congress, and president. In no time in history has such a block occurred to information ever until YouTube is doing this. And trust me, when you're doing it to the majority, when you're allowing people to block Afro people for being critical of their community, that's racist. When you're allowing people to block any man, Caucasian, Afro, or whatever that's critical to what's going on in the state, the government, in their community, that's sexist and racist. Because see, that's what racism is. When you have the problem when you have the power to prevent people from doing stuff, that's what it is. All right, because at the end of the day, these BFEMs are mad because they want us to worship them as gods, but we're not going to do it. And this is still a no depolicing zone. I'm tired of people trying to force me to do what I know to be dangerous to my community. Understand this. And I see it with my own eye. I see what's happening to these children. I see these women taking thugs from out the street in the presence of their children and smoking trees with them thugs who ain't the children's daddies up in their apartment. I hear it come from a Christian woman's mouth that she mad at a drug dealer because she was helping him do his stuff out of her apartment, and she's raising a son from another man, a marriage, claim that she's a good woman, but her good woman was helping a user and a distributor of the worst kind of drugs out of her apartment, and I'm not supposed to be upset at that. All right, and it's a woman that'll argue you down in a minute, because I know I had it out with her. All right, talking about can we be friends? No, you sell drugs out your house. You picked a drug dealer to sell drugs out of your house. I am against that. So I can't be critical of that. I can't be against somebody selling drugs in my community. I can't be against somebody toting guns and shooting children in my community. I can't be against none of that. Okay, I'm going to call it out for what it is. Then that's racism and sexism against males. That's what I think it is. And I have a lot more evidence. So to the YouTubers Union, I want to give this to you because this is what I think is going on. Let's see what we can do about this. And I saved up all my information from all my channels. All right. So with that said, I'm out, but I'm not done.